We are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. No more training camp, no more exhibitions. The 2018 NFL season on EA Sports is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Emmanuel Ogbah there on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, it's Bell. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
Let's go.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. On the left side, it's McDonald. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you've got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
Barry on the punt as he gets this one away. It'll be just an 18-yard punt, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10. To throw, Mayfield. Over the middle, complete. It's Gordon. Nifty move by Gordon. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. Baker Mayfield, obviously the #1 pick overall. That was controversial, though. What ultimately made the Browns go in his way?
Well, post-draft, I did hear a Browns executive talk about the efficacy of Baker Mayfield. In other words, how people rally to him, how people respond to him. He talked about seeing him at a workout, how he showed up, yelled out to the other guys. They yelled back with the same response, ran right to him, and they were ready to start the workout. He said things like that and his talent tipped the balance in his favor to go #1.
On second down, Johnson. Room here to run. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Here's Mayfield. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Gordon. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. And this one is right down Broadway. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. This will be caught by Brown. And he was able to shed the stop. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
That one goes for 24 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 47. Now Roethlisberger going to hand to Bell. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys were sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Browns heading out on offense, Charles, and everybody knows the story. It's been 10 straight years of losing seasons, 0-16 last year. But it feels like there is some optimism. Is it warranted?
It'll be warranted if they can translate all of that optimism, the draft choices, the free agent pickups, the molding of a team into winning a game and then turning it into at least a modest winning streak. They have a great opportunity here in the opener against the Pittsburgh Steelers, their hated rival. That will make everyone feel better, not just the organization, but all the fans that surround them.
Leopard!
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy. Hey. Set! Green 39! Green 39!
third down, Mayfield. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steelers making their way out. It's sort of an interesting offseason for them. You at times get the sense that there's not always complete harmony. But, boy, when you get everyone together and that offense is humming, there's something to watch.
They almost feel like a team that they actually use that works for them, right? Different guys want the ball. Different guys want attention. And then when it's focused on them, they tend to produce. And I think on the defensive side of the ball, they got a great rookie season out of T.J. Watt at outside linebacker. But I'm hearing whispers this offseason that Bud Dupree, another outside linebacker, is due for a big season. And if so, they could be back to being known as Blitzburg.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there to bury him for a loss of 11. The #1 pick a season ago, proving his worth.
7 sacks in 11 games as a rookie. Didn't play the full year due to some injuries, but he's going to be the face of the franchise on the defensive side of the ball. Myles Garrett, he fills up your screen when he's rushing the passer.
So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Now Roethlisberger. He gets it to Brown. Complete. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son. And then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Roethlisberger. And he's got a man on the crossing route. That's Maclin. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Jeremy Maclin, 49 yards. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. This offense trots back out there now, and as they do, Charles, one thing to point out that we saw a second ago are some of the new rules in the NFL this year regarding kickoffs.
Yeah, nowadays, the kickoff team, no more running starts. Remember that when you could kind of circle a guy around and here he goes? No more. You have to start, close to the ball. And when it's kicked, then you get to take off and go, so you can't build up your speed that way. Also, when you're returning it, remember those wedges that we used to say where guys would form together, 2 or 3 guys? No more of those. So it'd be a lot more man-on-man, one-on-one blocking. And also they have rules about where people have to be when the ball's kicked, where they have to be when the ball's caught. So to me, it's much more like a punt return than it is an actual kickoff return. So I'm eager to see if teams now take their punt returners, those nifty guys who make people miss in the open field, and make them the kickoff returners as well, because I think you can still get big plays in this area if you have the right people back there.
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves them with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. A 3-yard gain and enough for the 1st down.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were.
Four down. All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Get him. Tight. Watch left. Tight. Watch left. Set. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Over the middle, complete. It's Gordon. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Now a handoff. Johnson trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Eddie Pleasant in on the stop. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Back to the ground. This time it's high. And down inside the 35 he goes to the 32-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1. On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. Out to the flat for Hyde. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. He needed a yard, that's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. 2 minutes to play here in the 1st half. More from Cleveland after this. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. That's complete. It's Gordon. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. That's Njoku over the middle. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Gets it to Strong. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Mayfield. The quick slant caught. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
Gun!
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Flush, and he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Baker Mayfield with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Browns were able to cash in for 6. And he puts it through. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. Here's Khalif Raymond to return. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Now it's Roethlisberger. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. And they get to him with the pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to sack him for a loss of 6. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll check in for the first time with the newest member of our Madden family, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. This one taken from the 7. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else. They
go to Johnson again. Oh, he's got a little daylight. shedding the tackler that gives him some room. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
A first down throw for Mayfield. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Here's Johnson. Brought down, but after we saw a flashy little move, stopped short of the 40. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Detroit!
Mayfield. He's got his tight end, Njoku. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
Watch it now, Barney! Set! Boom!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Again, it's Johnson. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Now Mayfield. That's complete right around the 8. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more.
And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Duke Johnson taking it in from a yard out. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. The Steelers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On the counter, here's Bell. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
I know every time we watch Le'Veon Bell play, we think about him making people miss the hesitation move. But you remember, he came out of Michigan State as a bruiser and a thumper, and he still has those capabilities.
At 225 pounds, an underrated part of his game. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 43. Now the former Oregon man, this is Kenyon Barner. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. They'll find a man over the middle. It's Washington. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw. He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Roethlisberger. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And Boswell's kick is good. And the deficit trimmed to 6 now. It's 16-10. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. Herndon's got it complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or 2. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Browns on third down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. Mayfield now. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
21 yards. Well done on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive down with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Roethlisberger with a give to Bell. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Wide open receiver complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. Roethlisberger now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. A give to Bell. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. Michael Kendricks, the linebacker, there to get him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Michael Kendricks coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And no, it's incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They'll run it with Johnson. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Completing it to the right side. Johnson. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
Now that's a big pickup right there, and so often we focus on how the quarterback's faking on play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
Second and third levels, you can see them trying to recover. They bit. Worked out offensively. And defensively trying to beat the 2-minute warning with a timeout, and they do. Calling it with 2:04 left. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that winds up a decent run, and it also takes us to the 2-minute warning. The Browns on 3rd down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This will be 3rd and 6.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Mayfield to throw it. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man, in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Macklin, the man he was looking for. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. drawing the penalty. It's Johnson. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Green 39.
Now Johnson. Good move by Duke. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now stands at 13. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. Raymond now on the return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. One last shot for Roethlisberger. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the game will continue for at least one more play.
Cannot finish a game on a defensive penalty. That's why they get one more untimed attempt.
Breaking the huddle, first and goal as the return team has set him up with golden field position. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week one. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for the Browns, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a home date next week against the Kansas City Chiefs. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis.